This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. Oh. Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the LinkUp podcast with your host, Mr. King, Kana Woods here in the building.
Good afternoon.
My fellow Homo sapiens, what's good?
Not much today, as y'all can see. There's no guest this week. Just wanted to recap sessions, going over the latest that happened in news and pop culture and all that good stuff.
Yes.
So, Mr. Khan is on.
But we're going to go through this man dying already? It's not funny, Gary. It's not funny.
It's not funny. The way you announced it. Yeah, it's like
that was like really that you couldn't put a little more
flair or like some
gentleness. Like
I mean, I'm not necessarily saying as I'm impartial to it. Like I'm not saying like I used to listen to the dude, or I ain't trying to be like everybody else on social media. But like, oh God, yes, he was so this and so that. I cannot name you one Mac Miller song that not one.
To me,
but it is a sad case regardless though.
Like what you saying, I feel like I get where you're coming from. I understand it because they're kind of similar, except like you were saying before we got it. I am familiar with certain Mac Miller songs. I'm not the biggest fan. He's not like my most listened to artist or nothing like that. But the music that I did hear from him, he's dope. But to me, like the saddest thing. That because since he died, I was re-listening to some of his old music and thing. One album in particular, that was one of the albums I actually downloaded, was Faces, I believe the album is called. It's such a sad album. Like I always knew it about Mac Miller's music, but the amount of drugs that he just talk about, the amount of the amount of times Mac Miller just talk about dying on that one particular album, there's like 2-3 songs and stuff. But on the album, he refers to him. He does a line where it's like, he and his grandmother or something, we both rock stars, cause he like diamonds and she like crack or something, and he referred to himself as a crackhead on the album and stuff like that. I ain't trying to make this nothing about slandering Mac Miller, but it's just really messed up when you listening to somebody who died of drugs rap about like, yo, I'm going to die on drugs. Like,
so let me ask Ari then, since Ari more listen to him than me. Or you think now in hindsight, or you think that was like a somewhat of a cry for help? Because I mean,
it's rough.
If we really look into like all of the past, let's say famous, quote unquote famous people dying in the past couple months, I think really mental health should be looked upon a little bit more serious. Because obviously these people taking drugs for a reason. It's not to say they had to have fun or they're in a party environment. Or it's just so
I find also that the culture in a certain sector of this world we call hip hop, or just the entertainment industry in general.
Entertainment, not just hip hop.
Yeah, they're making this whole drug use thing a little bit too
common.
But I don't want to just say common. It's become part of the culture in some fucked up kind of way.
That's like where I was going. It's hard to say whether it's a cry for help or not. Like,
but I guess it's just my perspective.
If that's the case, he been crying for help for like 3-4 albums.
But then that means a lot.
That's what I'm.
If let's say if I go in on that same logic, or that same train of thought, that I ask you the question about. Then a lot of people asking for like crying out for help.
Yeah, and like that's why I say it's tricky, because to me, like there's a certain amount of, okay, you're a celebrity, you're a rock star in this day and age, whatever. So there is a certain amount of partying and drug use and stuff that's gonna come from that. But where do you say, okay, you have a problem versus you just going out partying?
That's a little bit difficult.
Generally speaking, the type of life the artists live, they don't have no regular 9 to 5 that they gotta go to. The life that they live, the way that their lives set up, you on tour, going different places, like the things that you doing, performing on stage in front of thousands of people on a regular basis and stuff, is a lot of things that an average person don't necessarily have. It's basically an environment that to me allows for drugs and alcohol consumption for it to happen and go on for a lot more, especially because like there's all the talks about how in some ways or to some people drugs help them more creatively, like weed in particular. I don't know about crack and all them other stuff and heroin and
I really can't.
and pills. I can't say nothing about that. But I know people talk about weed helping with creativity and different things, and it just being like, that's to me, if there's one thing that's just forever been accepted like among musicians, is marijuana, alcohol. Those are the basics. I mean, yeah, there's people that go beyond that. Even when you look at all the old jazz musicians and things from back in the days, like,
yeah, but them all got coke.
Yeah, drugs been in the music. The point I'm making is drugs been in the music industry. Like, but I mean, there's been sad stories, countless sad stories.
Like the young people that say there's levels to this.
Yeah,
there's definitely levels to it, because okay, let's just actually go back to the actual story then, because supposedly he overdosed. Mac Miller had overdosed.
Yeah,
and then they say from the articles I had read, they had found some powder or some kind of substances in like his room or his thing. But then at the same time, I had heard another story that it was he overdosed at his party or at his house party, something like that. And then supposedly when the police had come, it had looked like it was already cleaned up. So that means people already knew that he was dead and overdosed, and they cleaned up the place and then dip. That's fucked up. If that is the case, if that really is the case of what happened, that was extremely fucked up.
The thing with that though is like Mac Miller is one of those people that's like super well liked in the industry. At least
it seems so.
Like everybody, like the amount of outpouring from different celebrities giving their little story of, you know, how they remember and things that they did when he was alive and whatnot. Like everybody, most people ain't had nothing but good things to say about him. And I don't know, it's difficult. Like, it sounds like there was some kind of foul play. If those are stories that are going around, it sounds like something fishy happened somewhere. But
something shady stuff.
I can't even begin to. I mean, it's ridiculous for me to start thinking about that. But I can't even begin to think of who would want to or why would they want to. Because I don't know if somebody was like maybe.
From the stories I hear, it's not necessarily that somebody did it to him, but that they saw it happening or they saw that it happened and just clean up the place and then dip. So like it seemed like it was still his personal consumption that ended up, you know.
Yeah, it could like, yeah. The thing is, like, especially when it comes to drugs, it could also be like, oh, the man passed out, they took the man, put it on his bed,
not knowing that he was dead.
Yeah, you know, like there's,
and that's the thing. If he's a person that normally consume them kind of things, and like you have friends that know that you normally consume them things, they're not necessarily gonna check for a pulse. You think like, yeah, this man is passed out. Like it's a normal something. Like I could somewhat, if it's a situation like that, I could somewhat understand that.
I saw some people saying like that's why they don't believe that it was an overdose, because of the fact that, you know, if you are a known a serious drug user and stuff, you know how to use your drugs basically. Like, you know what's the limit. If you, for 3 albums or whatever, if you've been telling us how you on this and this drug, songs about angel lust and all kind of stuff.
But then same time, like, look man, like Weezy still constantly getting sent to the hospital and them kind of ones. You would think that because you always using them things, you would know when's the limit for you.
Well, I mean, with Weezy it's a different case, because usually when he's in the hospital it's because he
seizures.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
But I mean, is that not due because of the drug consumption?
I mean, it could have been a catalyst, but when you have seizure problems, it's just you have it.
Yeah, but with Weezy, I don't know if how much of it was just naturally or like, because I know a lot of it, like, it coincides with since Wayne been on his double styrofoam cup nonsense. Like Wayne been on lean for years.
This man announced that the first time he shot himself, he tried to kill himself. He just
Weezy?
Yes.
I saw a headline
when he was like 12,
him shooting himself.
Yeah, when he tried to shoot himself, like when he shot himself, like that whole story of I shot myself. Like now it's coming out that he was trying to legit kill himself.
Oh, because I mean, I see a couple interviews when he was saying that story, and I had never he had never bring that part up. So
this is something new.
Okay, I see something. Well, not one of them hip hop's article people had put like, he was coming out.
This man doesn't follow hip hop at all.
It's too much retardedness, Judd, and you never know what's real, because one news outlet saying this, and then the artist could come out and say that's not true, and this and that. So like, who is like Trump? Who to believe?
Honestly, I can't even blame them, man, because that'd be the same way when it comes to that. Like, there's the amount of different hip hop blogs and channels that I follow, whether it's Facebook and IG or YouTube and stuff. I just forget where I side, who was speaking to this person. Like, I had to just see the headline and be like, okay, yeah, someone on the blog said this. That's the important memory, the important information.
But yeah.
But I mean, either way is a sad case, and I just find people need to. I don't know. I was
26 years old.
But
yeah,
this man was my our age.
Exactly.
Is rough, but I think people need to start looking into the whole mental health thing a little bit more. And like a lot of people, I see J. Cole have put up something, like it's a sad case, and if anybody in the industry needs somebody to talk to, reach out. But that's a lot easier said than done. And speaking from a perspective and somebody who has and still dealing with depression, that whole reaching out thing is a lot easier said than done. Cause you gonna feel that you might think people might say things but they don't necessarily say that they don't mean it, or like you might choose to open up to this one person and then they just go and twist everything. So then you're like, but screw everybody and everything. I'm gonna just keep things to myself. So is definitely something I find at least should be at least addressed a little bit more, because
how do you see it being addressed though?
By
how do you feel it should go about it? Because I mean, I feel like what J. Cole saying the tweet guy side as well, I feel like that's the most that he can do being J. Cole.
That's true.
Like the only other thing he could do other than that would basically be like donate some money to some organization that dealing with mental health. And
but the thing is, like,
I mean, you could do more, but it won't be in the public eye.
It always comes down to the person, like you could, because all of these systems are already in place, and it's either the person or the friends surrounding the person has to convince that person to take the steps.
Exactly.
Because there's legit no other way. Like the people that are outside the circle can look into the circle and say, yo, I see this and this going on. But if you're not the person to, like, if you're not, like, let's say, like we friends. If I see like you doing something or you doing something, it's easier for me to approach one of y'all because we're in the same circle.
There's already some amount of established trust.
But if there's someone outside, like J. Cole, he's in the industry, but he's still outside of that friend circle. Like J. Cole could not have prevented this at all.
But that's what I mean. He could do what when Gary said. I mean, King had said there's one more you could do. Cole could do more, but just it wouldn't be in the public eye. Because if you seeing somebody that's constantly doing the same thing Mac Miller was doing, then you could easily pull that person and say like, yo, I see this and this and that. I see this pattern. You alright? You cool? You good? You sure you want to talk about something?
Yeah, but J. Cole is not in his circle. Like, he is in the entertainment circle.
No, but I mean, there's Cole cool with other people in the industry too. It don't have to necessarily be somebody you're close with. It just, if you see in the same patterns and if you care about that person at least to that extent, you just easily pull somebody aside like, yo, look, I've been seeing this and this and this. You alright? You need to talk? You straight?
And the sad thing is, that's basically like where it ends though. Because the people around you, your friends and people, they might be able to ask you some questions and just check up on you, see how you're doing. But that's to some degree where it ends, unless the person who's in the problem themselves is receptive to it, is open to the counseling or going to seek help.
Absolutely right. There's only so much one person can do, but at the same time, there's a difference between looking out for somebody and checking up on them every so often and just asking once and be like, all right, cool, yeah. You see, so that's why it depends on how much you actually care about that person. And don't leave it be till they're dead for you to be like, oh God, woe is me, I should have done this, I should have done that. And I think that's what I would like people to take away, not just because they're celebrities or something like that, but I sure they got people in our circles or other people's circles that may be listening to this that might be showing the same tendencies as Mac Miller and all these other people. It takes nothing but 5 minutes to be like, yo, you sure you good? Yo, you sure you straight? And if you still,
it's something that we've talked about, like me and you, Self, we've talked about this before, just the topic of depression. And to me, I'm definitely of the mindset that doing like what J. Cole do is definitely the right thing to do. I feel like everybody should at least,
for sure,
Because sometimes there's just all kind of ridiculous things that play out in people's heads that keep you from talking to somebody, that keep you from opening up to somebody. And I feel like you just need, sometimes it just needs to be put out there explicitly, like, yo, if such and such is the case, you could talk to me.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to hit me up and stuff. Because I've had that same conversation with a couple of my homies stuff. Because it's like people I didn't know dealing with stuff. Because like in Holland, you seeing everybody as often and stuff. You don't really know what it is going on with people to the same degree. Then one day you link up again and it's like, yo, I was dealing with this and that.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
exactly. But I've had friends that brought me up and put me up on the same thing. Like, yo, I've been seeing this and this and this. What really good with you? And I ain't gonna lie, there was at least 2 times that significantly had to change. Like that changed my perspective on things. So I would say that's how I know and how I could see these things. Like it does help. And that just little 5 minutes just being like, yo, you straight? That could end you up in a whole different conversation that you didn't even think about. You don't know. They just like you say, you don't know what people going through.
And I can't even lie. But like for me, I'll be a lot quicker to talk to a friend than an actual professional. I know it may not necessarily be the best thing, but
yeah.
There's certain limits, of course. To me, I feel like people need people. I feel like regardless of who you might be, who you think is, I mean, I am a notorious person that doesn't like to rely on people, don't like too many people in general. But at the end of the day, people need people. Mm-hmm. Like that's one irrefutable fact about human being, just how we built, like nature. There's all kind of studies showing.
What do they call it? As a social group or
social creatures. Yeah,
yeah, that.
Just all the positive effects that hugging people and like actual contact with another human being, all of these things that's physiologically, scientifically proven. Mm-hmm. So like the hormones and different things that's released to help you feel happy and good, and all of these different things, like just from human interaction. So that's the sad thing about bigger city life and more technologically advanced life, I guess. The more you incorporate social media, the more you may disconnect from people in real life, because you feel connected, but it's not really the same type of connection.
But is a real difficult something. But the only thing I could say about it is like if you seeing the patterns and if you seeing the trends with somebody you actually do care about, like don't just push that under the rug or just don't leave it as in the air and do it next time, because that one little conversation can legit save somebody's life.
There was a show I watched recently that is kind of on topic, but it's called Giants. It's a YouTube series. It's on Issa Rae's channel on YouTube, like where she had the awkward black girl and stuff that she started before she got she made her show Insecure. But this one was executive produced by Jamal from Empire. Jussie Smollett or Smollett, whatever his last,
however you pronounce it.
Yeah. But there's a character on that show that deals with depression, and she's described herself as a manic depressive and stuff, and just looking through her struggles and thing. Sure, the series was kind of annoying, but just different things that she was saying, like she just literally feels like she can't get out to bed and stuff, and then eventually at some point she does seek out help and thing. But just I feel like it was very, watching that show and seeing the way that they depict a depressed character is not something that you often see on TV. It's not something that showing somebody going through the struggles of depression. I guess maybe the ridiculous one on Netflix about a chick who committed suicide.
Hannah
13
Baker,
reasons. Maybe that's another one, but I feel like it's a different depiction. Like to me, I felt like the one on Giants was a lot more realistic. But I just saying all that to be like, check it out. It's an interesting thing. Some of the signs, I guess, some of the symptoms of people that being depressed.
I gonna say this. The one thing that is a little tense to say, but the one good thing I find that come from this whole situation surrounding Mac Miller, Lil Xan said he gonna stop making music. I find that's a very good thing.
Yeah. What, he announced that?
Yeah. He announced that he's not gonna make music anymore, and he shouldn't.
And he said like
he just
specifically in connection to Mac Miller, like
because of the whole stuff with him and what's surrounding the industry and all that. He said he's gonna stop, which I find is great. His music is trash. But that's just my personal opinion.
I haven't heard too much of his music, so I can't really comment. I'm aware that there is a dude named Lil Xan.
Unfortunately, I did because, I happen to be like chilling with people younger than my generation. So, I've unfortunately been introduced to such characters. And I find he's doing a very good thing. But again, that's just me.
But was he... Wait, I'm confused. Why is he stop? Why is he not making
supposedly he was close to Mac Miller. And it all affected him, and he got a tattoo on his face for Mac Miller and all that kind of crap.
On his face? He got
it wouldn't be surprising if you were influenced by Mac Miller based on type of music and stuff like that, type of imagery.
All them little something's got mental problems. I ain't care what nobody say. All them, they need to see a psychologist.
But I mean, like, this was a conversation I had with the wifey before, like, just the proliferation of how commonplace it is now. That the songs like "All My Push Me to the Edge," "All My Friends Are Dead," that Uzi Vert song that was huge.
But look at this other panel.
The Triple X dude, all of his music. But there's lots of these new younger generation rappers that are very publicly depressed and got all kind of mental issues.
This other fellow, man, his video clip was like some scenes is like him just a head popping out of random places. It'll play on the radio a lot.
That wouldn't help me. I don't listen to that thing.
Okay. He's a little something too, I think.
You've been dealing too much with
Little Skies, Little Peep.
No, because the people
I was about to say Lil Ski.
Yeah, I think maybe I do need to change my circle. But Lucid Dreams, or something like that. I never heard that song.
I've seen it pop up on
Spotify. That is a mad When I first heard that song, I can't remember who sang it. Probably other people in whoever listening out there gonna be able to tell me or like tell us who it is. But when the first time I heard that song, I was like, yo, what the hell is this? Why are you listening to this? Like this, just listen. Like I was in a good mood. Just listen to that song, had me depressed.
Bye.
I was like, no wonder everybody want to jump off a roof and jump in front of the train. And okay, maybe that's just here in Holland, but like commit suicide and them kind of ones that you put in crap like that. I mean, not crap. Obviously, they got people going through it and stuff like that. But oh, day, man.
Like it was a matter of time before like it happened, and I can't say it's only now it happening because emo rap did always exist, but it was never
a thing.
Like
emo rap.
That's how I would describe it. I mean, I don't know if it's officially been labeled or titled.
I thought that was legit.
When you listen to some of the
alternative rock, it would be alternative rap, maybe.
Yeah, when you listen to some of the emo rock bands and stuff that they have out there, like the emo music, the music for the people that really depressed and is nothing but sadness. Like almost every Linkin Park song, if you ever listen to the lyrics, in the end, it doesn't even matter.
I wasn't gonna bring it. Up. But
this shit's sad. I feel like listening to the words. Yeah, but
a
lot of the music's sad.
I feel like rap is going
and
through rock.
And I still love those songs. I'm sorry.
I feel like rap is going through the stage that rock was going through in the early 2000s.
Possibly. Yeah. I can't really argue with that one.
It was a matter of like rock was the most popular genre. Hip hop overtook that. It was a matter of time before you see the same kind of diversity and people just tackling different issues the same way. Like there's all kind of different subgroups, soft rock, like alternative, all kind of different types of rock.
Same thing with hip hop. You're going to be like the depressive hip hop, the trap hip hop, the ignorant hip hop,
the pop
hip hop.
Yep.
So now, but I mean, just so we don't stay on this topic too long, I just want to reiterate again and re-say. That's something re-say. No, but say again.
Reiterate.
Yeah,
that's the word.
Where's this buzzing coming from?
I know.
I think it's my mic. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, just to again, like I said, just so we don't stay on this for too long. If anybody out there that listening to this, you see anybody that going through some stuff, whether it's having depression or using drugs that they don't normally do, take your time out just to talk to it, because that one little 5-minute conversation could do a whole lot. And it you legit could save your own friend life, and you don't want to see your people go. Trust me, you don't want that.
Hopefully you can, because
I mean, hopefully,
if it doesn't go well and something does,
at least you can say you tried.
But still, to me, it's not right to be like blaming yourself because if only I had did such and such.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah,
that ain't a good thing neither.
And that might send you in a whole trip, and then that gonna affect your people, and then be in a constant cycle. And nobody want that. So after the whole depression thing, now
something a little more lighthearted, not
cat
just
fight.
Okay. So we ready to argue? I ready to argue.
Bye.
I ready to argue. So this whole Nicki Minaj and Cardi B thing, right?
Yes.
I am not going to lie. I lose a lot of respect for Nicki Minaj.
How so?
Because you don't live what you're saying in your raps.
What was she saying in her raps?
She always in this thing like, I gonna beat a bitch, or I'd cut you, and I's a baddest woman, you can't step to me, I'd put you down, I this and this and that. And then when Cardi rush you gonna go run behind your security? No man. I can't back that. I can't support that.
Run behind security?
Yo, she ain't look to go scrap or nothing like that. You talk all big on your tracks, do something now. Granted, with that being said, on the flip side of that same coin, I do believe that might not have necessarily been the correct place and time.
Yep.
So Nicki
for that kind of
conducting
something
and acting Nicki acting like a queen. What she called herself on her last album. Queens don't be out there scrapping. That's what a security is there
Queen, for. I more respect Cardi B because
and I don't recall Nicki talking about beating bitches. I know she'll say she's the queen and stuff like that. But
look back at Nicki when she actually rapped. I can't remember the specifics. That's it. Maybe I'm gonna personally go back and point out and try to listen to some. But she always have this persona where she's the baddest bitch. She do this, she do that. She put hands on people, whatever. Why I respect Cardi B?
Don't recall those Nicki lyrics.
Why I respect Cardi B more is because she is about what she just say. And everybody's was like, Cardi B shouldn't have done this, Cardi B shouldn't have done that. Cool. Maybe it wasn't like I said before, maybe it wasn't the time or place. Maybe it wasn't the place. Let me just put that. Maybe it was the correct place. But she is how she is, boy. And like she ain't hiding that for nobody, and I can respect that. Whether who right or who wrong, I respect that she's down, she's about it.
Boy,
she about what she talking.
If she wants to continue making money, she best stop being that dumb.
Hey, exactly. if you that's her decision. I ain't saying it was smart. I just said respect it. I just said I respect it.
That was a topic that had come up. One of the people we had here on the show had make a status. Miss Brooks. She had put something on Facebook.
I see how he was way back and forth.
I'll admit that Nicki Minaj took an L, and I'm like, what are you looking at?
I don't know if it was a L. I wouldn't necessarily say it was a L, but like I said,
who took the L? The person who came out to the event looking crazy, hobbling out of there on one shoe, looking like the typical ratchet loving hip hop chick that everybody assumed that she was.
But she never claimed to be anything else. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, you're trying to claim to be a rapper now.
But
you left loving hip hop to leave that drama and them type of things
No. So how you mean? So we acting like T.I. and all these people don't be running up on people and doing the same things back in the day.
And do we not clown T.I.? Yes, there's some people.
I don't clown T.I. Okay, well,
there's some people who glorify. Listen, there's certain things. Usually, most of the things with T.I. run up on people. T.I. run up on Floyd in a restaurant somewhere. Other than that, how many run ups on people he didn't?
Okay, now
this is just a private rest that don't affect nobody but them too, and how maybe their dinner or something was going. Like this is not he ain't fuck up no checks that he was potentially gonna get. And T.I. had already been in the music game for many years before these Floyd encounters and stuff like that. He's sitting on multiple M's. He done good. This is my main issue with people as like, Cardi so real, cheer on Cardi because of what she did. Nicki sitting on multiple M's. Nicki career done established and solidified to some degree, whether you like her or not. She's done put out numerous albums, been on different shows. collected many checks, established Nicki Minaj's name as a brand in the entertainment industry.
Okay, cool.
Cardi's still trying to do that with hers.
That's
so you can go to an event that's going to almost undoubtedly guarantee and lead to and lead to other checks, endorsements with whatever designers and fashion houses might be there. You fuck up the event, change all the headlines and everything now from the designers who would love to hear their clothes being talked about. No, the only discussion is what we here having. Did you see these chicks fighting and messing up the event and stuff like that?
But yes, again, everybody know that's what Cardi is about. Like, she never proclaimed or tried to act no other type of way. Like, she is what she is from the love and hip hop days, all that. She never tried to be no other way. So whether that's this, I don't necessarily think that.
We'll go back to stripping then.
But what that have to do with fight? That has nothing to do with fighting the king. What
was all this talk of being talked about with 6ix9ine and his antics and these type of things?
Same thing.
If you're not actually
you're
doing
lose money.
How you mean?
You're gonna lose money. That was the main point of why Charlemagne in particular, whoever been trying to talk to 6ix9ine, cut out the nonsense. You don't think you bring in some of this on yourself?
You take a different message away from that, especially when Charlemagne. To me, what Charlemagne them was saying was that
that's how you
if
get
you really
blackballed.
if you're really not about that, you're going to get hurt, and then you're going to get something something going to happen to you.
True.
But if you live in that life and you about that life, again, I'm not saying that it was smart. Cool, she probably could have messed up checks or whatever the case is.
The main thing is, what do you want out of life? To me, that's what, from looking at the different conversations that was going on about that Nicki and Cardi thing, the main takeaway I saw from that is there are certain people value certain things. Certain people want a person to be real, whatever that means, and apparently being real is running up on Nicki. So if that's what you want, go true. If you want to street cred, if that's the goal, go true. Do your thing, Cardi. If you're looking to be a successful rapper, I think you need to chill out.
But I'm not going to say what she did was smart when it comes to money wise. But to me, is if you going to talk about all this thing in your songs and your rap and stuff like that, be about it when it's time. And to me, Cardi is about it. So that's why I personally have respect for Cardi. Because she just out here talking shit.
Like, I need to hear these Nicki songs where Nicki saying she gonna run up on bitches and beat them and fight them.
But she this one can't touch me because I is this and I is that. It's like, okay, cool.
To me, all of these, all Nicki was saying is, I'm the best rapper in the world. I'm the best, hottest female rapper that's better than all of these people. None of you bitches can't touch me lyrically, and then that's the Nicki I know. Maybe if there was some references to some violent acts,
you cannot say Nicki has not been taken to violent acts.
Touch Nicki that night, so she had a point.
Even that, I'm like, Cardi is the one who I all swell up and things in the pictures the day after.
Yeah, but it's not to say that come from Nicki.
I know, but all of that is just proving my point. It's like, yo, Nicki acted like a boss in that situation. Cardi ran up on her, you got dealt with, leave the place with a swell up eye and one shoe.
She ain't get dealt with. Like, the people part them.
You leave the place with a swell up eye and one shoe looking crazy and Nicki chilling, sitting on her M's still.
But whoever wanted to mess with Cardi or whoever had anything to do or had anything, know that that's Cardi. So like this shouldn't be a surprise to nobody. Really and truly, it should not be a surprise.
I mean, it's not a surprise, but I just find it was not the time or place.
Again,
it's Cardi being Cardi. I definitely agree. We knew this is who Cardi is.
It might not have been smart, but to me, she kept to her brand.
My only thing is, if you want to continue being whatever it is you are, this need to stop. Like, because yes, you can be Cardi from Love and Hip Hop, be that same chick from the Bronx or whatever, and thing. All of that is cool.
Hey, but the Latina and her really come out now. First thing to do is take off the shoe
and miss.
But she missed. The bodyguard catch it. That's not missing. It was on target.
You was aiming at your target. Did it connect with the target? No, you missed. I don't care what interfered with the trajectory of that projectile on its way to its target. So you mean to tell me if I throw something straight and it coming your way, but Woods coming block, you gonna tell me I missed still? Yeah. No, I didn't miss. Woods saved you from getting hit. Oh well. The point was, let's be honest. You failed at your objective.
Let's be honest. Like, that's a dangerous weapon to throw around.
What? You know them girls heels don't play. Boy. You know them man wearing still man. You know them girls wearing still.
Depending on how that land, that's like a hatchet, an axe flying at you.
That's a lawsuit. That's just a flying lawsuit. Mate.
that could have been. That would have been something.
That's the next thing I still waiting on. Somebody definitely could sue Cardi.
Again, I'm not saying it was smart. I just say I respect that she's sticking to her word and her brand. That's all I say.
My thing is,
shout outs to the artists that have a brand but don't stick to it.
Like all of that is cool.
That's foolishness. I think.
Certain brands you should have just as a prop. I legit believe in that.
That's crap.
You make music for those type of people, but you yourself don't live that life. Sometimes you just gotta do that.
I find that's foolishness.
I don't vouch for it, but if it's selling.
Wait. So wait. If it's selling,
no. That because I find.
So you promote. So you saying all like the drug dealing and all that. That's cool.
No. What I'm talking about is music, literally.
Can't remember all that I came up with.
6ix9ine is that character,
and I find that foolish too.
No, but 6ix9ine is that person. He has a brand. I don't necessarily believe in that's why he's switching now. In the beginning, he had a brand. He was doing that because he knew this was the fastest way for him to get the views and clicks that he needed to get.
I find that as dilute.
And now he's changing. And now he's changing his whole brand.
To
fit the more nice guy persona.
I ain't gonna lie. Speaking of 6ix9ine, like since we on that a little bit, I see a video where he like big up his mother and give a whole bunch of money to his mother and stuff like that. I respect that. That's cool. I give him back to your mother. But other than that,
no. Again, I am not vouching for it, but I always said this man was smart, and he is still doing moves that I find is very smart.
I going to stick to my things on 6ix9ine. I find is he need to, if he really about it, he need to stop because he can get touched.
But he stopped paying. That's the whole argument I'm making.
Ever since the alleged robbery.
I think he did on himself.
Did we?
Yes, we talked about it.
We did.
I think that he just did it. Like that's a perfect transition point for him to go. Like, okay, I'm done.
I remember this conversation.
To stop wearing jewelry, to stop necessarily being all rah acting like you the tough shit.
Without seeming like to be like a real pussy.
I wouldn't be shocked if Cardi B just comes out next, like after this whole
and apologize.
No, and just be like, okay, I done about this love and hip hop thing. I don't think so. I hope so. I ain't
gonna lie. If she does do that, again, based on all what I say here today on this podcast and what I feel personally, if she does do that, I would be disappointed.
Wait.
To me, it would be the smart thing for Cardi to do, but I don't expect it.
I don't expect it
either. If culture, if having a child wasn't no reason to, maybe like let me tone down, let me adjust my behavior.
Let me ask this then. Let me ask this to you.
She obviously don't care.
Based on let's say the rumors are true, and Nicki had talked about culture, which is, for people who don't know, which is Cardi's newborn baby.
Then she should make a diss track.
Do you feel?
Yeah.
That was okay. Maybe not the place, but do you feel that was the way to approach it? A diss track?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Because a diss track is something that's within your brand. You're a rapper. Somebody said something about you. Why did Push diss Drake? Why did Eminem diss everybody he's ever dissed? Because they said some shit about their children.
If Cardi B
it's been an established line in hip hop that we know that you talking about me warrants a diss track.
Don't you feel that because it wasn't said on a track, that does not necessarily have to be the response either?
But what?
Like I can understand. But that's the thing. If we going based on the rumor,
to me, it was I saw somebody else make a tweet or a post or whatever, and Nicki liked that comment.
No, that's one of the things. It was the thing was she had liked the comments on saying that Cardi B was a bad mother, and she also had words to say about culture personally. That's the rumor.
But what
was these words?
Yeah, we have to know what.
I don't know. It's something about the child. I haven't seen anything about what was said.
If Nicki said like Cardi B needs to, like, quote unquote, focus more on the daughter, not be this ratchet, and just said it in a private.
So what can be said enough for you to actually be like, okay, no, I need to check this person?
It depends on what was said and where it was said. Like, if it was said like in Nicki Minaj's like private quarters with her friends, whatever, and it wasn't a diss track, B, meant to be promoted out there. Make a diss track. Like, it was not. She did not pull a pusher. If Nicki did a pusher, boy,
Yeah. Me in the entertainment industry, Nicki Minaj, the majority of her antics were either in songs, throwing subliminals or whatever that we all knew she was talking to Cardi about, or things on social media. Because I'm in the entertainment industry. I ain't doing it in somewhere that I could monetize or benefit from in some way. Yeah. Fighting somebody, all that does is fuck up your money, get you potentially thrown in jail. Yeah, you'll be real, but how did real work out for Lil Kim or Remy Ma when they both ended up in jail and their careers took serious dives ever since then, and they're struggling still to recover from then? Remy having a little bit of resurgence now, in my opinion, but...
Nah, look, I don't find Lil Kim for sure. I don't know. When it comes to kids, maybe because I'm a little bit more sensitive with that's concerned, that would get me to flip too.
Cool.
If that is true, that's something that would get me to flip too. Like talk about anything else but my child.
Flip on the diss track, like Eminem did his whole career.
Drake could have.
Yeah, but everybody knows Drake ain't really about that life.
But the man made the smart move and decided, I am a rapper. I'm going to make a rap song that is on original beat that I could just put out there that I can profit and monetize. I ain't gonna do no cheater and stuff like that that's using a beat that I don't have no rights to, that I can't make no money, even though that's the only thing that get me a lot of clicks. Like in Remy's recent career, like Drake did the smart thing. Nicki did the smart thing with no frauds and stuff earlier on with this Cardi beef. The fact that it's a song that could be out there in the clubs being played and stuff while still being a diss to you was worse than that. You go out everywhere and you jam into the song that's dissing you. Yeah. Make a diss song.
I again, I don't blame her. And not necessarily the smart move.
Is about what you value. Do you want the person? I realize a lot of Cardi fans don't care about Cardi. That's the one thing this thing
True.
They just all, yes, Cardi, we with the shits. I'm glad you doing this. Cheer on. Which one of them is going to pay her bail when she get locked up? When she continue being this way, who is going to get her out of jail and continue supporting her?
Definitely
That's why I say a lot of Cardi fans, quote unquote, these people are not fans. They don't actually care about this woman.
Me. For me, again, like I said before, to me, it's just...
You just seeing it as entertainment and you're not really invested in Cardi like that.
No, be what you're about, but if you're saying it, be about it. That's me. That's me personally.
We would have to come back to this topic where you find us all these tracks where Nicki Minaj been saying that she beat people.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to like legit look back in some of my things, but I'm not going to put too much time in that. I got other shit to do. But I'm going to try and do some due diligence.
Like I already said, to me, Nicki is just more like, yes, I'm a boss bitch. It's that type of lyrics that you would get. I'm better than people. Not necessarily I'm going and fighting people or killing people, or I was in the streets murking niggas.
But you see, that's a funny thing with the English language. You can interpret many, like one song, like we could have like 6 different interpretations.
And that's why there's reading comprehension class, because some people fail at it, like listening tests back in primary school, because not everybody is good at it. Some people hear something that's completely not. I ain't saying that's what with you, but I just mean in general, like with different interpretations.
I know you can't be talking about me. I know you can't be talking about me. So that don't mean nothing to me.
But yeah, they would have those classes if everybody was good at it.
Again, so we don't say one topic too long. I just find you gotta be about what you're saying and thinking about. And yeah, you have your own things about that. But since we on this whole fight topic, right? We're gonna bring this one back to the Caribbean. These MPC fights got to stop. No, okay, let me rephrase that. Cause the fight, like, once you get stupid adolescents in one big group, like, you're going to have fights. The recording and sharing of these things got to stop. There was an individual on Facebook. I can't remember who the young man was. I can't remember his name either. But he had shared, it was such a contradictory something, because he had shared a video and it was like, yeah, this is so sad that this is what it's coming to, this and this and that. If it's so sad, why are you sharing it? If you really feel that way, why are you sharing the video for? You just doing the same thing. You just contradicting yourself. You just as bad as the people videotaping and putting it online.
Guilty of the same thing of the people you're condemning.
Yeah, it don't make no kind of sense. Okay, cool.
I feel you.
So well, for a little bit more context for the people who don't really know, MPC is a high school back
Milton
in
Peters College.
Yeah, murder people, children. Back.
You're also contributing to this whole thing.
Man, say murdered people,
Look,
children.
if you hear the stories, you'd understand. But it's a high school back in St. Martin, and they seem. I mean, that you survived. You mean that it seems to be having a lot of fights and stuff like that. And recently, it's been. I think it was a fight with girls, and supposedly it was about a fella.
What else is new?
I didn't want to say that, but yeah, and I mean, with whole social media and everybody got phones and in the school and everybody got cameras and all that kind of shit, it's easily uploadable, but is a shame, by because it's just not making the island look any type of good in any way or sort of manner, Jed. And it's just, to me, it's just sad. Like, why for what?
Attention, likes, shares, all the things that seem to motivate people in this generation.
I mean, but it's not just that. Like, there's a culture right now, just in general, for recording anything that happens on the street. So if you're going to see a fight, either if it's on school, at a party, at a festival, there's going to be people that's going to record it.
And what's the motivations for that, usually?
Clicks,
exactly.
Views, likes.
But while saying this, like, we do know somebody that got famous on the island because he was known for recording all the fights. I mean, Camera Boy was named Camera Boy for a reason.
True.
Shout out to Camera Boy.
True.
But not necessarily promote. I don't know, but in this day and age, 2018, I just feel like it's even worse, Judd. And down gets spread around so quick.
I find this is a similar situation to the whole Nicki and
that's why I bring it up.
Cardi B situation. Look, stop fighting over man. How about we just stop? Stop fighting over women.
I don't think Nicki and Cardi was fighting over man.
No, but I mean the whole premise of fighting in general.
Nicki and Offset house one.
That would be a plot twist. That would definitely be a plot twist.
Well, I mean, she always calling Quavo her baby and whatnot. I mean, that's one of the Migos, so obviously she be around the Migos and thing from time to time.
I think that do you think this would change the relationship of Cardi and of the Migos and Nicki?
If Nicki and Quavo had to get together or something?
No, I mean like in general. Just like
the Cardi and Nicki fight, if this gonna change.
I mean, we kind of going back to the old topic, but just a quick question: you think this is going to change the dynamic of it? Because it seemed like Quavo and Nicki, like you say, was pretty close, and Amigos in general.
I think the dynamic been changed. Like ever since motorsport and stuff like that, all the rumors that was circulating around that, how it seemed as though everybody else in the Migos was just staying quiet, so it looked like nobody spoke out on Nicki's behalf. They was just like, okay, Cardi's stories out there, and nobody said nothing to clarify, explain none of the differences, what was wrong with what Cardi said. And I feel like since then there may have been some tensions. I don't know. Maybe she and Quavo talked or whatever and got it resolved after that, but I don't know. But to me, it would only be natural. One of the Migos is with Cardi, so I feel like obviously Offset loyalty is going to be with Cardi, and I think the other Migos probably loyalty going to be to who's Offset. The other Migos in our group. And like according to me, there's like actual blood connection and stuff like that. So
nephews and uncles and them kind of ones. I can't remember exactly the family tree, but
neither me. But
all them supposed to be blood related.
Exactly. I feel like the Migos loyal to the Migos, and if one of the Migos loyal to Cardi, I think that's where loyalty is going to share.
Okay. But I mean, so now back to the whole Simazin thing.
It need to stop.
It just needs to stop.
Yeah, stop fighting over man.
World Star is bad enough. We don't need
a Caribbean star. You know me a St. Martin star. Like is but then I mean fighting gonna happen regardless because it's a small
and they're gonna record it regardless.
Yeah, so like will it really stop? Maybe the sharing of it need to stop.
It won't stop. That won't stop.
I know I ain't gonna share it. Because like I can't say never because Facebook has been around for a while and I've at least maybe 8-10 years or something Facebook has been around.
I'm pretty sure I've never shared a fight.
Because I want to make a similar statement, but I can't say never.
Hence, I'm pretty sure. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I've never shared a fight.
I know in recent years
on streets, just like
the countable locks thing, it came across my timeline, but I didn't share it. Like At least not that I can recall. I didn't share it.
Accountable locks, huh?
The dude, we had talked about it on podcast as well. The dude who had the 2 women and a wife and thing and that whole situation.
No, that's not good.
Yeah, no, I don't even have the information for that. Obviously, I had clearly forget about that.
But we talk about it, but I don't feel it's necessary to. Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily important to endorse it to
But you see,
I feel like we do enough bad publicity for the man talking about all the problems and things. We don't need to add that on top of anything.
Not at all. But so yeah, next one. Should we go into the whole Serena thing? Okay, we gonna go Serena or Eminem. Which one we gonna choose to close? I'll leave I decide.
I think the white on white crime is better.
Yeah.
The mayonnaise on mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. I mean,
you don't see this often.
For the tag.
You don't see this often, especially in hip hop.
You don't see it.
All the use of the word cracker and honky and stuff. Like, it's weird hearing M saying, calling somebody a cracker and honky and meaning it as like a negative thing. It's like, this is finally.
But then, I mean, black people just do each other with nigga.
Exactly. But it never happened. Yeah. Like, where there's. I show Eminem happy that there's other white people now so I could find. Because he couldn't say the N word, but now there's actually other white rappers.
But I do think if there's any one person that would be able to get away with it in the hip hop industry, it would be Eminem.
Because he did already. He did already.
Yeah,
he did already. I remember watching a Big Boy interview.
And did he get backlash for it?
It was something because this was like a 20-year-old video of him on stage. It was performing certain songs, and I think it was him performing with Royce or somebody from D12 or whatever. And so it's somewhere in the song. I think M was hype man, and he did say the word nigga and stuff like that. And at the time, it was cool, but people was looking at back at this footage like, should we really give Eminem a pass? And Big Boy was going into this whole long rant about the N-word and its usage and all of these things and how we don't feel Eminem gets a pass. And I think he knows that's why he never ever said it again since then. And
just not to go into too much. Do you think Eminem will get? Do y'all personally think Eminem will get a pass?
I ain't giving him no pass.
Okay, I just thought, Eminem.
That's why.
I'm not saying that he's right or he would with me, but okay. So anyway, Mayonnaise Mayhem, white on white crime. Everybody here listened to both. So Eminem yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, we recording this on Saturday. So on Friday he dropped the
kill shot.
Yeah, kill shot to MGK Rap Devil. What you think?
Honestly,
we going one for one. Who are you got winning this battle so far?
To me, Woods. You know, and it could be because I was biased. I don't like Machine Gun Scully's rap, the way he raps. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So
you give it to Eminem.
I'm giving it to Eminem. Yeah.
Okay, King.
I don't know. It's tough because
I know you're an M fan.
Yeah, I've been an Eminem fan, but I also been a disappointed Eminem fan. I mean, not to say that Kamikaze disappointed me, but
no. We're not talking about album. We're just talking about straight to this track.
Like, I want to listen to it some more before I say M just has it, because there was some lines in there, but I mean...
Initial response.
It was like, what, 5 minutes, the whole song?
Yeah, 4 and change. 4:30 something.
You mean you could round up
Yeah, but it felt kind of long listening to it, so that's why I just assumed it was like around 5, but I don't know. To me, it's still kind of like a draw. There's no definitive one. Like, because... what MGK was saying wasn't all that hard. There was a lot of kind of jokey lines that made you laugh a little bit. He has a weird beard and stuff like that. But then there was the I wouldn't want to be you. I wouldn't want to be 20-year-old you versus
60-year-old me or something.
Yeah, something along those lines.
In retrospect, when
he wanted to stop saying shit about me being old because the old me is still better than the young you and all of that.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Like, that was one of the few lines I was like, okay, no, that was a dope one, but it still felt kind of light to me. Like, I feel like none of them really going there serious, but I feel like MGK probably could go harder at M than M could go at MGK. M has been in the music industry way longer. Okay, and I could almost guarantee MGK is a fan of M.
Yeah, you're being a Woods now. We
ask me for this and give me. I can't give you a two-word answer.
A knee jerk. I need the first initial response. Who you for?
I think I'm giving it to MGK. I feel like there was more disses.
You had to say M, right? What?
Yeah, but for me, it's You look when we're looking at the whole track. Like, I don't know, because I also have the interview that M did as context. I watched that before the song dropped, and that gave me a lot of context going into this song
about why he dissed MGK.
Yes, and because that interview came out, I also docked some points off of MGK's track. Honestly,
okay.
Honestly,
about the Shade 4 or 5 stuff.
Yeah, but just the whole track. What
an interview had to do with MGK's track? Well, what about that made you?
No, because I was. At first of all, I was wondering why did Eminem diss MGK in the first place.
Oh, but this has been...
I know. But he addressed that whole situation. It's like, oh, okay, now I understand why he did it in the first place. I understand, because Eminem was like, why is this man even dissing? To begin with.
Yeah.
Where is this thing coming from? You understand?
If you're going on context and thing as well, I going to give it to MGK. Why? Because of two things. I also agree with King. I find, especially for Eminem, it was late.
Yeah.
And the time it took to respond. That is why I also give it to MGK. No. Let me rephrase. Let me be more precise. I give this round to MGK. If he has to take 3 weeks plus to respond, then, or if he does respond at all, then to me that if you hear this track, you gotta be in the studio the next day. I find it gotta be like a back-to-back type something, like a Meek Mill thing. To me, Eminem take too long, and for what he delivered, for taking so long, it wasn't worth it.
It depends on, like, again, context. A lot of
people trying that around.
Yeah, like we have to look at context as well. This man just dropped an album. What do you think Eminem's doing after he drops an album?
Yeah, but that's why he do the interviews and stuff like, okay, cool.
No, but the interview is part of his album dropping.
Mm-hmm.
He is not, like, he doesn't, like...
The album, the interviews did not have nothing to do with this MGK beef.
No,
like,
it was his album. No, it had to do with it. Yeah, I know.
So, like, we have to keep in mind context. Like,
shooting videos and
this
stuff.
Man busy.
I don't know. Maybe he probably did the videos before.
Because one thing we should all know...
Yeah.
If Eminem needs to, he only needs a day.
But you see, everybody just saying that, but it's not being proven.
No. I can assure you.
Yeah, no, but you're making assumptions.
No. This is just, I can assure you.
No, but again, you make
based on this man's fucking criteria.
No, but you're making assumptions because it has not been proven.
So in the past, in your mind, Eminem has dropped response within a day after people.
No.
So you basing it off of assumptions, off of what you feel, but there is no precedent, there's no evidence of it.
Off of this man's background.
Yeah, he can rap.
Off of where he started from, off of how he became
a battle rapper. We know this.
That's how. So I'm just saying, if you put MGK and Eminem in front of each other and say, okay, let's just bars. We ain't going to. I put him my money 10 to 15 times on fucking Eminem. That's just me. Off of the background that they both come from, I assume. Okay, I'm putting this in. I'm assuming.
Okay.
Eminem has way more in his graveyard than MGK does. That's just me. Off of how the two of them start, I'm assuming.
I mean.
Eminem has
one thing that is actually proven to some degree based on, you can just look at history. Who was the person that was like, I did this recently, or like over the weekend or so, early in the week, whenever it was, I was going through like all of Eminem's disses, a whole lot of them, from when he dissed Ja Rule to Everlast to Mariah Carey to Benzino to whoever else was out there that I may be forgetting.
Oh, you think he was really dissing? Sorry to take this a little bit, but
Mariah?
Yeah.
In this one?
No,
not Mariah. I think he was really dissing Puffy.
Honestly, that was the one line that kind of caught me a little off guard.
That was like when that came up.
I find that's the same thing with the whole Pusha T situation.
And the Iggy,
it's just
and the
association. It's just association.
Yeah.
That's why he's getting.
Was that necessary as well? Y'all fine? The Iggy line?
Yes.
Why?
Because she whack, and we've been knowing this. Eminem is one of the few white rappers that can rap. Not all of them are that. And to me, MGK, honestly, I liked MGK when he first came out. And like Wild Boy was the first song I heard about him.
Another person I have no idea about.
Machine Gun Kelly?
Nope.
Well, I like this first song. The first song I ever heard from was Wild Boy featuring Waka Flocka. I'm a Waka Flocka fan if you didn't know.
So
Rap God was legit the first thing I really sit out and listen to from MGK.
Rap Devil, you mean?
I mean, sorry,
Rap God is from
Eminem, yeah. So that was legit the first thing. So
I was a fan of Yellow Wolf before he went, super duper. I'm a country conservative type of hip hop person.
Yeah, some things from I'll say I know more songs from Yellow Wolf than these
Shady Affiliate.
These things.
You signed to the label?
I don't. To me, if you just cool. Or you say context with the songs and stuff like that. I mean, with the time and thing like that. Okay, cool. If we just going off of the song, the diss tracks, I still going to give it to MGK personally because I like how he had flow and the whole let's talk about it, how that whole scheme and stuff like that. To me, that was dope. Eminem had I don't know.
How many times did you listen to this Eminem track? I mean, it came out Friday.
I listened to only both of them once, so I have the same basis with both of them.
That's why I say before I give definitively, cause to me both of them, they wasn't that serious. They're super disrespectful lines. I feel like MGK own was a little more comical and humorous to some degree, but I felt like it was more things aimed at insulting or
but people need to stop talking about people's kids.
But the whole thing about this whole thing is, first of all,
the whole thing about this whole thing.
Yeah, here's the Caribbean side coming out to me.
Yeah, that's like the thing with the thing. Pass me the thing with the thing on the thing now.
Caps lock, all the things. No, but
oh god,
Eminem. And this is why I use that interview as an attachment to my argument. He doesn't understand where this little man is coming from. So it's really hard.
I guess we gotta wait. I guess we gotta wait for an MGK interview because he announced that he gonna drop his EP.
And that is why maybe he made. Anyway,
hey, I don't blame MGK. To me, needs to take this wave that he on and run with it.
Yeah,
which is seems like what he doing, and is the best. Is the only is the only logical thing to do, especially as a rapper that's not that known and stuff like that.
The amount of people who know
about your name
exactly.
He needs to, and the best thing he doing because now this EP
is exactly what M was talking about. I mentioned you as a bunch of clicks and stuff. It don't really benefit M to that degree.
Yeah.
I mean, there's extra hype around his album and stuff because, but
that's the thing. Ain't just MGK. He this.
Yeah.
So you think he gonna get a response from anybody else?
And waiting on the Joe Budden one, especially how Joe Budden was talking.
Yeah.
I know it ain't gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Man, Joe Budden needs to sit the F down.
I mean, lyrically, Joe Budden could respond. But
he needs to sit the F down, and cause he has no. I see an article. He was like, what a man has said. I'm better. I'm a better rapper than M. But dog, you have not released.
No, he did not say that. What he said was.
I showed out when he was
in the last 10 years.
Yeah, okay.
He had released and he has been more active in the industry than M is, and that is a fact. That is a fact.
And he also said yes.
I'm pretty sure he was insinuating as well that he could out-rap Eminem.
I've been better than M rap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but what?
That's what he said.
But the context with that was
Eminem. All you've been doing for the last 10 years was rhyming words or rapidly lyrical miracle type of stuff. You just been rhyming words.
But he needs to stick to being a critic and shut the fuck up. I mean, shut the F up.
But that's also
Is it
true.
a lie?
That's also true.
To me, when I heard him make that statement that for the last 10 years,
being more active. Okay,
Eminem has not said shit. That was big what Joe Budden was saying. I watched the podcast and the different clips.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know the whole context with it.
What the man said for the last 10 years, Eminem has not said shit. You rap words really well, but you ain't said shit. And to me, this was always my feeling of all M's music since
Up
like
until
Encore. So
yeah.
Relapse, Recovery. There was another one, the Marshall Mathers LP2. All of those albums, there was some content on there. In certain songs, to me, is like on each of those albums, there was maybe 2 songs that had some storytelling that you felt that there was some deep content in there. Like there was Beautiful on Recovery, I think it was. There was Not Afraid on that same album. To me, these are songs that had some content. On this last project he dropped, there was Stepping Stone, only talking about D12 and stuff. But the majority of this album is just rapping words for the sake of rhyming words.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, there's some bars and punchlines and dissing people. But once you get past, okay, he's dissing people or he's telling all the young rappers, I'm better than you, what content is there? So to me, I feel like it's not a lie. It's just an overstatement. Because yes, there is still some content. It's Eminem. I mean, he's not going to not say
drop
nothing.
some shit. Yeah.
On the Marshall Mathers LP2, there was the Stand 2 practically. And to me, Stand, the most iconic song. And if you decide, okay, now I'm going to make a part 2 to that, for me, maybe I'm just biased as an Eminem fan, but I cannot see that as not content. If you take in, okay, there was Stan and his brother. I forget the name of his brother and thing, but he basically did that song from the perspective of the Stan's little brother.
Oh,
who
yeah,
you mentioned.
that was
the
dope.
person who is
that
looking to get a hat for.
Yeah, that was dope.
And I'm like, you can't tell me that's not some dope. And there was also the Headlight song or whatever it was, like the where he reconciling with his mother after dissing his mother for 10, 20 years. He be like, I'm sorry, mom, for real. Not that I'm cleaning out my closet type of sorry, mom. But there has been content, but it has not been the central focal point of M's album. It has not been, that's all we're talking about. He just had enough content for maybe one song, and then the rest is just showing y'all I can rap type of vibe.
Yeah.
What did he say in Rap God? That I'm a rap god and I'm gonna show you all kind of flows and stuff and hit you with some punchlines to show that, okay, I could potentially rap better than you. Nobody was ever doubting your technical rap skills, Eminem. Nobody ever has, I don't think. Your ability to make complex rhyme schemes, use wordplay, punchlines, double entendres, the technical aspects of rap, I don't think nobody ever doubted Eminem. What were you saying? That's where the doubt came, because you was a content person originally. All your stories of everybody liked you because they felt so real and like believable, because you rapped about Haley, you rapped about your mother, you rapped about things that people know is like close to you, personal things. And if you stop doing that to some degree, not to say stop completely, but
yeah,
that's all I'm saying. Joe Budden can rap as well. I don't know if he's better than M.
I would never say that, but
I haven't listened to enough Joe music to
for me it was just like,
I find that's what he was insinuating.
Yeah, for me it was more like
he was saying.
Yeah, but then I interpreted it wrong, because for me it was more like the body of content that he made in those 10 years and the body of content who was more active.
I mean, if
in those 10 years,
would say there was more content in those last 10 years. Joe was rapping about more personal, more introspective stuff for those 10 years. Cause I know that's Joe's type of rap. He's Drake before Drake was Drake, kinda.
Yeah, Ja Rule was Drake before Drake.
Ja Rule was Drake before Drake in terms of I'm a singing rapper, but content-wise,
nah.
Joe was Drake before Drake was Drake. Talking about, Joe was talking about a lot of kind of Mac Miller-esque stuff, but I'm depressed, I'm suicidal, taking drugs, and I'm on pain pills and stuff. It was a lot more introspective music than like a Ja Rule would make. Ja Rule is more party music, talking about girls.
Shit.
Yeah.
He should just stick to that, and he would have been good. From time he went the whole like gangster thing at 50 Cent, just kill him. But anyway, I don't know.
He was doing good until 50 Cent was doing it better.
No, but
yeah, that's what happened.
I'm not getting into this right for you. But with that being said, with the whole Joe Budden thing, I had just interpreted as he was saying that he better than Eminem, and if that really was what he was saying, he need to sit all the way in a corner. But if he was saying like how are you was here insinuating that he had me like
to a Joe album
about it, I had two. I think the first one.
Wait. We mean the first commercial album with Pump It Up in it?
Most probably. But then I only listened to Eminem first album too. So I have the same basis.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it's not like
How can you only listen to the first? Wait. What is the first album of Eminem? What is considered for you the first album?
And either of them, I don't fucking remember.
Don't think Infinite whatever. That's technically M's first album, but it was like that was before just before he signed to Shady and stuff. So that was like not a major release thing, but it was still technically an album or something like that. And then came.
You mean the album with the song "I'm Slim Shady because I'm the real Shady because you want to Slim"? You mean that song?
Maybe.
What's the Slim Shady P stand up?
Very possibly.
I don't remember what M first album. I think it was a Slim Shady LP.
Yeah. But that was the first
Marshall Mathers LP.
Yeah, but that was the first commercial like success for a lot of people. That's the first album. Anyways, we're going into a whole different.
I think we touch on that topic regarding Eminem and all the mayhem and stuff. Do y'all care about G-Eazy in this?
No.
Where does he fit in all this?
They fucked the same woman.
Yeah.
G-Eazy and that was another one of the lines in the Eminem diss. He had to say something about Gerald fucking Halsey. There was a line where Eminem said something, mentioned Gerald being G-Eazy and Halsey being MGK's old chick or something like that, if I remember the story correctly.
Okay.
So basically, G-Eazy and MGK fucked the same chick and they're beefing over that.
So to answer your question, hell no.
There's too many mayonnaise in this.
Do y'all
story.
like G-Eazy?
I like G-Eazy.
I like that one track he got with Chris Brown.
I don't even know that song. I don't know Limit from G-Eazy and that's it.
I think maybe like 2 songs, maybe 2 or 3 songs. Now that I'm really thinking about it.
I don't like. Okay, let me make this perfectly clear. I don't like the way he raps, but he always makes like 1 or 2 tracks.
It's not like you racist when it comes to white rappers. You don't like how nobody. You don't like how nobody.
Well, the pool is not that large for me to choose from.
So you don't like
Macklemore?
Yeah.
What about Bubba Sparks?
Honestly,
for the future,
honestly.
I read about Sparks over Paul Wall. But Paul Wall was alright.
I used to like Slim Tug.
Slim Tug is a black man.
No.
I was just going to say,
what's his name again? He's in the same group.
Same group as who? Houston people?
Area. Yeah, the area.
There's other white people in Houston other than Paul Wall?
I'm sure there's a lot. Stop it, King. Stop it.
White rappers?
Stop it. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Just we don't know.
No, Lil White is a real person. He was like saying to Hypnotize Minds, 3-6 Mafia's label. Dude had some dope music.
Okay.
Anyway.
I really thought you should put out somebody.
We're going on another tangent right now.
Look, the mayonnaise mayhem is funny.
Sadly, Mac Miller, if he were still alive, would be on that list.
Well, I mean, if he still his music is still around. So I mean, he could technically. I mean, people still consider Tupac one of the greatest alive, and he dead.
I mean, he is.
Like Eminem is a different white rapper.
I can go back and make
like there hasn't been a white rapper like Eminem since Eminem, and there can't be a white rapper.
No, nobody can be Eminem.
Because to me, anybody that came after Eminem, you will see, okay, cool. You'll just be like
a little bit of Eminem in them.
Yeah, you'll just be like, okay, he's trying to be like Eminem. The same. That was the way I viewed Hobson the first time I listened to Hobson. Is like, okay, it's clear that you're a fan of Eminem.
Yeah,
like, it's undoubtable.
The same thing.
The same thing. Some of Hobson tunes.
I really like Hobson. Hobson dope, but you can't deny the Eminem influence. Especially his early.
But he wasn't dissing.
Dissing everybody, just like Eminem.
And the thing is, okay, and the late Mac Miller is like a white version of Rick Ross to me.
How?
Very cool.
Do we really want to go into this?
Not in the way that he raps, but just the vibe that I get. Like Rick Ross is a certain moment I want to listen to Rick Ross. When I'm chilling in my room, I'm relaxed. That's the same vibe I got from Mac Miller. I'm relaxed. I'm not on a party vibe when I listen to Mac Miller tracks.
So I mean, that's how if you are a party vibe and you listen to Mac Miller talking about you are kill yourself and all the kind of things that no. He's a different type of messed up.
People just talking about people partying to all my push me to the edge. All my friends are there.
And we do have a friend that practically does like that song. Yeah. So I mean,
but the thing is, I was just associating my mood. So the mood that I am when I'm listening to those type of.
I could kind of feel where you get it coming from.
But for me, that's like when I'm in that chill mood. To me, that's 90% of the hip hop in particular that I just listen to is more for that mood
Me too.
versus the
Yeah,
partying.
but that's you.
To me, hip hop in general, at least, I know it wasn't started as just a chill thing. It was started from the parties.
But that's your vibe. That's your vibe personally too, though. You ain't really a party person no more. So
no,
I
but
mean,
for me, it's also like
to me, hip hop was never like, unless it's chicken noodle soup or the Soulja Boy. To me, hip hop is not dance music really. Like, so when I hear like the G-Eazy type of songs, the G-Eazy to me, G-Eazy reminds me of like a Kid Ink or a Tyga, except Tyga makes better music because.
I wouldn't say better music. He has better beats. Yeah, but he's not making the beat.
But if you, I mean, Nas gets criticized for being not a good artist and not putting on good albums because his beats usually whack or his beats boring because it's just like very simple. He just got bad air. And all of those, the music plays into your music, like the actual beat.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess
if we could judge Nas and say that his albums aren't that great because he picks whack beats, but
I mean,
Nas a much better rapper than
Tyga.
But Tyga got way more hits because there's a small amount
Nas
of people
ain't a club thing either.
Regardless, it just comes down to, is this sit down and chill music or is this get up and dance music? Yeah. Tyga makes get up and dance music. The majority of the world likes get up and dance music because that's what they're used to. The sit down and chill is certain moods, especially like when it comes to hip hop. The things that make a hip hop heads value in hip hop, the majority of the world don't care about. The lyrics, the double entendres, the punchlines, the dope flows, all of these things, they don't exist in other genres of music the same way. Yes, there's metaphors and double entendres to some degree in maybe certain country or like, song or singer-songwriter music, but most people, when you like, there's the reason why the people generally speaking that rap like Eminem or Kendrick don't sell. Eminem and Kendrick is like the only people that rap that way in the fast flows and stuff that sell as well as they do. In hip-hop, who else is successful? Jay-Z doesn't rap like Nas.
Busta Rhymes had make a little name for yourself, man.
Is Busta Rhymes anywhere as successful as Jay-Z or Kanye West?
No.
Kanye, has you ever heard Kanye rap fast in his life?
I ain't gonna lie, right?
The fastest he rap was when Twista was featuring.
Have you ever heard Drake? The fastest Drake ever rap was on Hell Yeah Fucking Right, that first verse.
Yeah.
And since then, he hasn't done it again. Because that's slow. It's more similar to the...
And I really like that verse.
It was dope. It was a dope verse.
I still have it memorized to this. I ain't gonna lie. I still got a thing memorized. I can't to my mother. I wish I had my school memorized as good. But
basically, I'm just trying to say, like, slower rappers, keep it simple. It's more fitting to like the other stuff that's out there that people used to listen to. Speaking
on Kanye, just put it out there quick. It take me a while, but I ain't gonna lie. That I love it song.
Genius.
I am not going to lie.
Genius.
I am not going to lie. It's most probably because of Gilla, but
no, that song is just
that song I really sit down and then I catch myself just like singing the chorus.
What about it?
Look,
what is genius?
I have a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck.
From taking something that people were using to diss this man and then putting it in the song. First of all, genius. Second of all, this man make a music video so fucking captivating that
it makes no sense. No sense whatsoever.
Genius.
None.
He took a meme that was dissing himself, put it in the song, and make it work.
I ain't gonna lie, every
Genius.
time I can't see that thing without laughing though.
I can't see nobody do something similar and having this type of result with it.
You talking about the slipper thing?
Yeah.
I am a sick fuck.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was the one thing I thought. Kana, you was stunted. Just in case you didn't know. Just in case. But I ain't gonna lie. I thought the same thing about the slipper thing. Cause people was coming, his slippers no fit, and it's like, no, I'm making them super huge and shit. Like I sure they fit now, right? But like, I don't know what I think about that song. I really don't.
I like it.
I was very perplexed the first time I heard it and saw the video. Like, the video didn't help my perplexity. Like, it just further perplexed me, and if anything.
For me, it was more just the way it came out and how, like, I like when
the man sweating, laughing. Yeah. The man forehead sweating.
I like when an artist, like when they drop an album, they drop the music video with it, because then you see like, okay, there's been thought put behind it.
I don't in some ways. To me, the music videos.
Yo, there's something about that lady. Speak to me, dog.
The music videos is like extra. To me, it's extra indoctrination. To me, do you actually like the song or do you like the video? That's why to me, like,
but I like the song.
I like to know whether you like the song. To me, that's why I feel like it changes your opinion if it's dropped simultaneously.
Let me hear that song in the club.
If you hear the song first, then be okay, do I actually like this song? Form your opinion, and then oftentimes music videos pull me in more and make me appreciate the song differently. That's why to me it's like if Childish Gambino had dropped that song,
I was just about to say,
it would have been a complete flop without the video.
Exactly.
Like, not completely, but I mean, it's that song, all of the message, all of the impact, and that comes from the video, and it's not the song itself.
That's why I always said I like the video of that song. I don't listen to that song without that video.
I played it a couple times in the gym. I mean, it's cool on its own.
But you know what? It's just like, I love it though. The video helped me like the song. It show like what you were saying. The video, cause just like
you don't like the song just by itself.
When I would have never heard the clips. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
But I saw the video. I listened to the song before the
video. I would have never liked it or had even the interest to go and check it out if it wasn't for the video.
Well, for me, it was just.
And if Gilda didn't show me the video, like, yo, I don't think he had. I can't remember if he had shown me personally or I see it on his timeline and I just happened to click it. But if I didn't see the video and was like, yo, what the hell is this? To actually look at it, but then I tell you that one phrase, it just speak to me in a deeper manner.
For me, it was because in the song already there you have that.
Fuck, I like a quick fuck.
You know that in the song already, it like I was already like smiling because I was like, this man's fucking crazy.
It reminds me of what's gonna call it, "Runaway," which is like one of my all-time favorite Kanye songs. Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Toast for that. My singing ain't much worse than Kanye singing on the song. Kanye wasn't doing great. Kanye was not doing great singing on that song.
I mean,
but the
he had some help
with
the technology behind.
Yeah, but I love that song because it's just nothing but assholishness. And I feel like it's similar on this one, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I want this same. My thing, I don't know if I don't appreciate that aspect of Kanye as much as now he's aging and he's wife and kids and stuff. I don't appreciate the immature asshole Kanye like that. I like all of that prior to him being married and stuff. To me,
but I mean,
every time he's talking about
too though.
Yeah, regardless, every time he mentions stuff, like even on the last project, he had say some line about I think it was on the famous track. He had something. He was obviously referencing Kim and calling her a bitch. I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah, but
how you're referring to your wife as a bitch and she cool.
But not only that, but
what's the discussions?
The whole thing about how he would. Well, I can't remember if it was the latest one or what song, but he had some kind of line that people were talking about how he was saying like he would like to do the rest of his stepsisters or his sisters-in-law. He would like to have something with them. It was somewhere along those lines, and I was like, How do you It's just a super weird family dynamic, as your wife, as a woman in general, just based off like having a lot of female friends and like, having a bunch of aunts and stuff like that. How do you take your husband around your sisters after he makes a statement like that? Especially your youngest ones.
I just feel like that whole family situation really
and we
weird.
Are not getting into that because there's a whole nother generation that I was actually thinking about today. Like they don't even know what they got themselves into. Like they didn't get themselves. Like they don't know what they was born into.
How so?
So like you could imagine how these new Kardashians going to grow up. Like from Khloe child, Kylie child. Like you could imagine what they going to like sit down and think about it. It's mad, dog.
I just saw a video of Northwest singing some Drake song.
Kiki, because she I don't know if that was a diss or like she really didn't know it or because Kanye had put it. But then
Kanye's still trying to become friends with Drake still.
They're hugging and stuff.
Yeah. If Drake could bring out Meek Mill, he could ting out. He could be ting with Kanye.
Yeah,
because that's somebody you legit kill and body in your songs, and then
I think that's exactly why they was able to reconcile, and that's why Kanye and Drake will not, because I feel like it's forever this petty, passive aggressive. I want to be a friend and miss you at the same time.
I think Pusha and Drake might.
They would quicker talk again versus Kanye and Drake to me. Yeah. Kanye forever been trying to say, yo, I don't have no beef with Drake, but
you don't
still my
talk,
actions still looking like this.
I don't know, but as somebody like Pusha, like, you don't talk about my wife and then think that I just go anyway. That's a whole nother something. But that's just me personally, and we don't get into that right now. We could that's the next episode. It's been almost an hour and a half.
Yeah,
again, a lot longer than we intended to. Like but always. We want to thank everybody for actually sticking through the whole episode. If you have, now that we have it segmented, you probably skipped out to certain parts. But hey, you listen regardless, and we appreciate it. Like always, if you have anybody else you would like us to have up on the show, leave us know. Hit us up on all the social medias that will be
in the description.
Yeah, in the description. If you have any specific topics y'all would like us to talk about or like to hear our opinions about, same thing. Hit us up on all our social medias, or you could find me in the description as well. That's it. I ain't going to the whole thing.
Woods, you got anything? Any closing?
Bye. Just do what you want.
How Melon's doing? I mean, there was Red, and there was
Melon's almost 600 views now.
Okay.
Plays.
True. Working on the next one.
Next one coming out. We almost dropping. So that's a hint to the next name.
So similar plan with this one. Once that one touch 1,000, next one coming out.
Yes.
So we got to encourage people to go there and listen and make sure that Melons hits that 1,000.
Melons has to reach 1,000 before I drop the next one.
No kidding.
And
I think it's a good promotion model. And yeah, all I gotta say is, check out Real and FBR on all streaming services. The 2 tracks that are out so far from the Tree Conscious Cats.
I don't have nothing to plug.
Yeah,
I'm an artist. Yeah. Y'all look out for y'all depressed friends and y'all drug users and abusers.
You use our PSA person. We busy plugging stuff. You reminding the people to go there and be a good person.
And again,
talk to your friends and recycle.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, and again, don't forget to check out everybody who on St. Martin. Anything that considers giving back to the island, whether it's the Nature Foundation, Green Box, K1 Britannia. If you want to think with them, Red Cross, Leo's, Lions, all those, just give back some type of way. Don't wait for the government to tell you what to do. Y'all actually be very careful with the hurricane season coming up. Make sure you're prepared and all of that. Do not take it as a game just because we don't have nothing as strong as Irma again. Don't mean it can't happen or won't happen in the future. And take care of yourselves and the neighborhoods and the community, man.
And that's not just in St. Martin, but everywhere.
Yeah, but I from St. Martin, so
no. I'm just for the people that don't just think about, not just for the listeners from St. Martin, but
all international
try to
people.
Do something good.
Yeah, man. Big up on yourselves and all your people around you.
Okay then, and I think with that, we'll see you the next time we link up.
Bless.
Boom.
Don't know.